Hello everyone, hope you are doing well today. Okay, I'm going to play some 10 minutes games. So let me just send information about the stream, and I think that I can start looking for the opponent. Okay, so 10 minutes. Okay, and I've got the first opponent from Russia. Let's start maybe with the French defense. Knight c3, okay. And now he plays d4, so you can see that we have got here main variation. Okay, let's play maybe knight f6. And now knight goes to d7. Okay, knight f3. So knight f6, it is a classical variation. Usually white in this position plays f4, but okay, let's play c5. Knight f3, it's an alternative. It's not as popular, but also pretty tricky. Hello, Prostytucjusz. Okay, bishop e3. Usually, as I remember, white captures. Bishop e3 is a weird move. I think I can go there. And you can see that I have got a big pressure over those two pawns. Bishop b5. He's playing very weird way. What happens if I capture? He takes at c6, I take with the pawn, I have got very strong center. What else do I need? Okay, bishop takes d4. Okay, of course he could take it with the bishop, but now if I decide to capture bishop, I think that my position is pretty good. Yeah, it's a bishop. It's giving me a pretty good bishop, so okay, queen captures. Of course I cannot go bishop c5 right now because my knight is pinned. My knight at dd2 is pinned, at d7 is pinned. Hello ZB. So first I'm gonna play a6. Hello QRST. Okay, bishop d3, but now, okay, better check twice, but if I go bishop here, what happens? Queen g4. And he can attack my king a little bit. So maybe it would be better for me to move queen b6 and try to exchange queens. I like endgames, so I think I can try to do that. Okay, and you see, there is one line, you probably, if you are watching my streams, you probably know what am I referring to in the classical variation, that there is very fast endgame, that endgame happens very fast, but in this position, my position is better because I have got the star square bishop, and that makes a huge difference. Hello DJ Mad Dog. Okay, so what can I do? I'm gonna go there. Maybe I will go here. Rook goes to this place. Maybe bishop c5. I have to finish my development, but I have to say that I'm very happy. I'm very happy because my position is pretty good. Okay, g4. He's trying to attack something. I don't know really what. Okay, so maybe bishop here. Threatening pawn at f2. Okay, and maybe rook goes into the open file, why not? Does it make sense to play knight a4 and exchange this knight? My worst piece is that bishop. But can I, okay, maybe opponent prepares kind of a pawn storm here. So what if I play h5? If I go h5, okay, let's play h5. Okay, after the g5, that idea doesn't make any sense because I play g6. Okay, I'll play g6, and okay, his attack on the king side is gone. Okay, of course he wants to capture my bishop. I don't want to let him do that. So should I go there, or should I go back? Maybe I will go back to e7. Exchange or not to exchange? Okay, let's exchange this knight. Servus Kruci. Yeah, and I really would like to exchange my light square bishop, because my light square bishop is not very good. You can see that I still have got 7 pawns, and all of them are on the light squares, so I would rather exchange it. Okay, so maybe knight c5. If he takes bishop, okay, maybe I will take it with the bishop. That bishop I can exchange at b5, but you can see that it creates double pawns, which I would rather avoid, but okay. He goes there. Now I can take it this way, or I can capture his bishop. Or I have got the idea, maybe I will go there and I will exchange bishop for his knight. Position is more closed, so maybe would be nice to yeah, maybe that would be actually a good idea. But should I go there directly, or yeah, let's go. Hello Sami. Hello Paul. I mean, about this, when it comes to this rook, I think that I will move my king to one of those 2 places and I will double rooks on the c file, or bring it on the queen side, because that is true that doesn't make sense to keep rook in this area. Okay, let's take it. Okay, my bad piece is gone. Okay, and now should I exchange or not? Okay, let's exchange. You see, because his bishop could attack my pawns, so this is why I would rather exchange. And now I have got very good bishop. Okay, and now I have to take care of my rook, so I'm just gonna bring all of my pieces this way. Opponent has got a pretty strong knight, but you know, I can always exchange it, so okay. And I was waiting for this move. This is a big mistake, because now if I capture, yes, I can capture. If king takes, there is rook c4 skewer, and I win a pawn. And now I have got also supported pass pawn. Okay, b5. So opponent is trying to complicate the position. This is what he's supposed to do. Okay, and he's trying to enter on the a file. So maybe a good idea. Okay, is it a good idea to move it here? I'm up 2 pawns, so exchanges should be fine for me. Let's go there. Yeah, that is true. Rook on h8 is good, but I still think that I would rather move it like somewhere on the queen side. Okay, now I'm just thinking maybe rook a6. Let's see what happens. Rook a6, because you see I want to capture and I really would like to undouble my pawns. Also, if I can move my rook there, also would be nice. In this case, maybe I will go there, because king wants to enter. And if he takes, I take with the pawn and I play rook c6. Because, okay, first thing, I don't want to give my opponent any counterplay in this position. And if we exchange rooks, of course, that pawn endgame is completely win. Okay, let's go here. I can bring my king as a next move, and now I think I will threat to capture and to go with another rook to this place. And I exchange, and I go there. Pawn endgame is for sure win with such a pawn. If he doesn't exchange, you can see that I control a file, and I can also go to the c6 square, so king cannot enter. Okay, and king goes here. Next move is I want to bring my rook, and I want to create some threats. Maybe I can even check him and push my king forward. Okay, in this rook endgame, I'm up 2 pawns, so... Oh, I could even move my rook to a3, but no, he would go b4, so... b4. Yeah. Position is a little bit blocked, just a little bit, so I have to be careful. Yeah, because you see, my king cannot enter anywhere. Okay, I didn't see that. Now I just realized that, you see, I'm up 2, but maybe he can try to he can block this position. But okay, so I will go there with the idea to go here and remove his king. And I go here, king has to go somewhere, and I will go there. And now I think I tried to play the d4 move. If he takes, I go king d5. Okay, and I think... okay, that was just a free pawn for me to take, but it doesn't really matter. It is of course win. Pawn takes or rook takes. I think it doesn't really matter. Rook d7. No, but it cannot be good for him. Or I can even go rook d4. After rook d3, rook d4. Okay. I don't want to give him any chance. Yeah, if only I can exchange rooks, it's over. Okay, so now what should I capture? Let's take this pawn first. Let's take this pawn. I want to play rook c4, or I would just want to get this pawn and promote pawns here. Yeah, that game is for sure it's over. Yeah, so as you can see, I think that was a right decision to go into this endgame, but you can see that the dark square bishop makes such a big difference. Even if he doesn't blunder, I mean, because he blundered that pawn at h4, if he doesn't blunder that, it's I think that if I could double my rooks on the c file, I could push b pawn forward. I think I have got some pretty good chances. Hello, Nicola. Okay, I see that opponent is still thinking. Okay, he has disconnected. Okay, so I have to wait like 30 seconds more. And I'm gonna play another game for 10 minutes after this. Okay, 15 seconds more left. Okay, and the game is over. Okay, so I will try to find another opponent for 10 minutes. Okay, I'm back to 24-14. Yeah, maybe if I win the next game, my rapid rating is gonna be higher than my blitz rating. Okay, and I've got the next opponent. next opponent from Russia. Okay, d4. But this time I play white. Okay, e6. Okay, I play knight f3. And now I will go g3 maybe. Yeah, thank you, Antonio. Yeah, plus 27 because I don't play. I haven't played many rapids lately. Okay, and now you see I have to play queen c2 because if I go there, there is a pretty annoying move, d captures c4. And because of that pawn, he plays b5 and he can protect it. So I have to go queen c2. But later I'm going to continue. Bishop g2, castle. Okay, bishop g2. I can make a castle. And very common idea is to play knight d2 and then e4. But that idea actually doesn't work if your opponent wants to play e5. So if he goes e5, of course you can see that opponent wants to play e5. I remember once, I think it was like European Youth Championship or something like this. In that 2004, I have played something like e4. And remember that capture, we exchanged everything at e4, opponent played e5, and I remember I lost that game badly. So since that time, I know that e4 is not the best solution, but I have to play b3 first, with the idea to bring that bishop. And you will see that opponent will end with the isolated pawn. Okay, no, he goes there. So I go here. I was expecting e5. Okay, but in this case, in that position, e4 is absolutely fine, because I have got one more piece that is attacking e5 square. Okay, queen takes. Okay, I want to bring my rook. If he attacks my queen, I will just go back to e2. Yeah, and very typical Catalan position. Hello, en passant. Okay, there is no one opening that I recommend. I mean, there are like, you know, different opinions. Some people says that it's a good idea to play something sharp, like, you know, like e4 and then play some sharp variations. But I think that it's a good idea to pick one opening that doesn't require to learn a lot of theory. But for example, London or, you know, Catalan, and you can play it, you know, every time the same thing. And I think it's a good idea at your level, because at your level openings are not important at all. So you just need to get a good position in the opening. Okay, now I can capture and play rook d1, or I can go rook d1 directly. I will take it because I don't want my knight to move, and I want to go rook d1 right now. And you see, if he moves queen somewhere, I can even capture this there. Okay, queen e7. Now the question is, can I go there? Or if I capture this way, queen takes, I go rook d7, but now bishop c6. Nothing really happens. So I will go there. This is a very good place for my knight. You can see that okay, I attack a lot of squares. Of course, I have to take it back. And you see, I don't mind to go into the endgame, because in the endgame I have got my favorite pawn majority on the queen side. So it's easier for me to create any pass pawn. Okay, so let's go into the endgame in this case. Okay, I just have to make sure that opponent cannot activate his pieces. As you can see, his knight is very restricted. But okay, if he goes rook d8, I think I will go knight c6. If he doesn't play rook d8, I'm just going to double my rooks on the d file. My king is more in the center. My king is closer to the center than opponents. I control the only open file, the only highway on the board, and I have got pawn majority 3 against 2. So it has to be white's advantage. Yeah, but Drumstock, you just need to know that, for example, personally, I have never played e4 myself, so I think it's not the rule. Okay, I go here. If he takes, I take back with my rook. Okay, he can go there. This is also an option. And now does it make sense to capture? I would rather keep my bishop on the board. Okay, you know what? Let's go back to e5. And if he goes back, most probably I have to think a little bit. Yeah, because position is more open, so I don't want to exchange bishop for the knight. Even if it means that opponent has got a bad pawn structure, I don't want to do that. So what are my other options? Maybe rook d3. If he takes, knight takes, bishop is under attack, and I can bring my rook. Let's have a try. Yeah, unfortunately there was no fork. I know what do you mean, but because bishop was here, so there was no fork at e7. Okay, I take with the knight. You see bishop is under attack. Of course, I would love to capture this, but opponent will never let me do that. He will go back or something. And then maybe knight e5 with the idea rook d1. Because I think that if he goes bishop e7, knight e5, he cannot play rook d8 because I go knight c6 and a lot of pieces is under attack. And I go here, as you can see. As I told you, after this move here. And if he doesn't play there, I'm gonna move my rook into the open file. So I really think that I improved my position a little bit. Okay, rook c8, but of course I go here. Okay, and now still my king is more active, my rook is better because and it controls open file, and my pawn majority is also better. So I have got couple small advantages in that position. Now just need to transform them into win. So okay, the question is, should I go here? If I go there, I really doubt that he will take because my rook on the 7th rank is gonna be too strong. But maybe after this move he will go here. I exchange. We can just make some exchanges. And that's it. Okay, there is an option. I can go into the rook endgame when he has got a destroyed pawn structure, but I will try to find something else. So what can I do? Does it make sense to move king e2 and then f3? Now you see, if I go there, I'm afraid that he will go knight e4. No, knight e4 he cannot go. But he will go here, I play f3. f3 restricts his knight. Okay, I'll do that. No, rook d8 and knight c6, rook d7 wasn't, I think, that good because I could get his bishop. And now f3, trying to restrict opponent's knight. If he goes here, for sure I'm gonna to exchange, and he captures with bishop, I play here, and I can exchange knight for the bishop. Okay, after bishop c5, okay, what are my options? Yeah, if I go here, opponent will play there. But maybe this is something good for me if I go bishop d4. I can repeat this, but he will just go back. And okay, let's play a3 with a simple idea to play b4. And if he goes a5, you see, because now that pawn is also weak. So can I go bishop d4 or can I go knight d3? Bishop has to move and then bishop d4. Yeah, maybe I will try to do that this way. You see, this is position without single tactics, right? Very strategical position. I'm just trying to use very small advantages. You see, I see that opponent has got backwards pawn that is on the dark square. So if he will go there, I will try to put some pressure over it. But my a3 pawn is hanging. Okay, so it's not gonna be that easy. But okay, I would rather capture b6. I can exchange those pawns. I can create pass pawn. The question is, what am I going to do if he goes here? Maybe still bishop d4, attacking that pawn. Okay, king e7, and of course in that position it has to be a good idea. I don't need to even think about it. It has to be a good idea to capture this way. Take a look, opponent has got pawns on the dark squares. I have got a dark square bishop. Position is more open, so bishop is superior to the knight. Pawns are on the both sides. So yeah, it has to be much better for me. Okay, but right, of course I have to be careful. a4 is coming. So should I go there? I can also go a4 myself and fix his pawn structure. But that looks very, very weird way, because I make backwards pawn here. Okay, but if I go rook d4, the idea just to push it forward. Or king d3 with the idea to play b4. Rook h5, okay, so trying to counterplay, I go here. As you can see, I control that. Yeah, my plan is simple. I want to play b4, and I want to, in the future, I want to play c5, or I want to attack this pawn. I just want to create a pass pawn on the queen side. I've got no idea what's the point. Ah, okay, he wants to move the knight. Should I exchange knight or not? No, my bishop is better. Okay, knight goes to d7, but right now I think I can go bishop d4. I know that knight protects it, but it's always a good idea to keep some pressure. And maybe, no, b5 is blocked. So maybe this is not gonna work. But maybe king c3. Oh, it opens my rook. Okay, 95. Okay, I didn't expect it. Maybe I should have calculated this, but okay, let's analyze. If I go here, he can take at f3. It's not good for me. Yeah, h4, g5, I was a little bit afraid that it gives him a chance to counterplay. Okay, if I go king e2, he can take it here. Also looks bad. Okay, so that seems that opponent forced me to capture. But maybe if I go there, take a look. This rook is very... Maybe it's not true. Ah, okay, he can go rook e1. Okay. So what? c5. Okay, let's create pass pawn. Or I could maybe even capture at a5 and play king c5. But okay. You see, now my rook cuts off opponent's king, so he cannot come closer, and I will try to promote my pass pawn. But of course it's not so clear, because opponent will start counterplay. Opponent will start counterplay on this side for sure. This is his last hope. He will try to push those pawns forward and create his own pass pawn. Should I block it, or should I just focus on pushing mine? Here f5. Okay, I hope that I'm faster. Okay, the question is, should I take or should I play f4, because it blocks his king? Maybe that looks pretty tricky. What happens? King d7, king d5. No, king d5, that cannot work. I go here. And you see that after rook b3, I can even... Okay, he checks me. Okay. So it's not so clear as I thought it's gonna be. Should I go there or not? If I go there, just rook b3. If I go to d7, rook will go to b3. I can go to d8, and after this move I can capture. Takes here, and I play rook e7. That looks good. But is it enough for me to win? Hopefully. Okay, any other good moves for me? I don't want to go back, because king will... Okay, I have to go there. Okay, and I will try to move my king. Okay, I will block it. I will try to get this pawn. Okay, and I win on time. Although that position was, I think, win for me. Because you see, I just go here, and yeah, I can get those pawns, right? So that's the thing. So you see, definitely I could play more accurate way. I missed especially this knight e5 move. That was pretty annoying. But I have to say that yeah, okay, I have found a way how to win this finale. Okay, so let's play another game. Okay, now opponent from Greece. I play white again. Okay, d4. Okay, now we've got the Slav defense. So against Slav, I usually play e3, Meran variation. Okay, knight c3, f5. So you can see some players like to start with Slav and then try to go to the Dutch, because you can see that this is more like a Stonewall idea. Okay, and okay, usually against the Stonewall, first of all, my knight remains still at b1, and I can go b3, bishop a3 after I make a fianchetto. And you can see that none of those ideas is going to work. So what am I going to do? I'm going to play bishop d3, I'm going to play knight e2 and then f3. This kind of plan. Now we'll try to attack e4. Yeah, thank you, Hersey. Okay, and I go there. I want to play this move. Okay, if I make a castle, there might be a Greek gift idea. And then knight g4 and queen goes to h4. So this is why f3. It controls those squares. Knight h5, okay. And if I make a castle, what happens? Okay. And now I just want to play e4 somehow. Should I go e4 right now? Or not? If I go e4, takes, knight takes. Good for me. Yeah, because I don't want to play this move, because queen will go to this place attacking the pawn. But on the other hand, after this move I can go g3. Okay, but if I can go e4, I think that was my idea from the beginning, so let's play it here. Of course, queen takes. Okay, g6. Now the question, what should I do? I mean, I can take this pawn. Looks even like a free pawn for me, but it opens opponent's pieces. So this is something that I don't want to do. Maybe if I play e5, bishop has to retreat. I don't know, bishop goes to b4, let's say. And then can I make some problems to the opponent? Maybe, you know, bishop h6 or things like that. Yeah, because I really want to develop that bishop. I really want to maybe play queen f3 and rook f1. So maybe something like bishop h6. Or I will start with this move. Hello Gonsiorne. Hello Anna. I'm doing well, thank you. Hope you too. Okay, and let's play bishop h6. Simple plan. I want to bring more pieces into the attack. Okay, you can see that my opponent is playing that game like it's a blitz game. Okay, and now knight wants to go here and knight wants to block a file. Okay, if I go there, after knight f5 I have to retreat. So maybe g4. It restricts knight. And you see my idea remains the same. Okay, and right now I'm gonna of course play it here. You can see that this is a big threat, queen e8. Okay, you can see that opponent survived my first attack, but okay, it's in the full defense. So how can I create some threats right now? I'm thinking about this move and then bringing my knight into the attack. I tried to capture g7 and get e6 pawn. Okay, why not? And I go here. Threat to capture and capture pawn at e6. Okay, he plays knight f8. Okay, so I have to find a different way. Maybe I can move my knight to g5. Okay, how can I also use another knight? Because I think that f7 is the weakest point in opponent's position, although I don't see any clear way how can I take advantage of it. Pushing that pawn, does it make sense? Not really. Okay, let's go here. Okay, b6, so he's trying to open the position a little bit. Okay, should I go here or not? No, that pawn is hanging. After b4, I bet opponent will go a5, because this is a very typical way how do you open this kind of positions. So maybe you know what, I will take it. And now I'll go there. c5. Okay, and now if I'm not wrong, I can win some material, but only if I'm not wrong. So take a look. If I take it here, if king takes, I go queen f7, takes, rook takes, and I can win that bishop. But I will bet a better check twice. Maybe I should have started with this move, and then takes, rook takes. Yeah, it's not so clear as you can see, because then he captures here. I take a g7, king goes here. Okay, pretty complicated thing. Okay, I think I have to start with this move. Of course, I'm not afraid that much of this, because I can take at f8. Ah, king h6. Okay, but don't tell me that this is gonna work. Of course, if I take this, king takes here. So firstly, I will move my knight to this place. Bishop is still hanging. Maybe even I can checkmate somehow that king. Okay, this move, playing against this rook. Okay, can I checkmate this king or not? Would be nice. If I go h4, g5, king h5. So maybe I have to move my knight. Okay, can I, if I check the king, it's over. But how can I do that? No, okay, it seems that I can go h4, but I have to bring my knight later. Okay, anyhow, h4 has to be good. I tried to go there and then this move. Okay, so if I go here, king goes to this place. Okay, I see a mate. Take a look, I go, because if I go knight f4, there is still g5. So maybe I check him, king h5, I play rook f4, and cannot stop rook, knight g3, mate. Okay, finally. Bishop takes g5, okay, but doesn't change anything. Checkmate is coming. And as you can see, checkmate. Okay, I have to say that was very, I mean, unusual game. Okay, let's play one more. Okay, but my opponent should think a little bit longer, because he didn't use the time. Okay, obviously opponent doesn't want to play, so I will try to find another opponent. For 10 minutes. Okay, and 2450. Okay. So maybe next stream is gonna be road to 2500. Or you know what? I will also try to find someone for 5+5. 10 minutes and 5+5. And I've got 5+5, of course. Okay. So I play d4, d6. Okay, you can see that. Okay, this is 5+5. It's blitz, so you can see that my rating is slightly lower. But okay, I play c4. This thing, d6, it is called Old Indian, and usually a common way of playing is to go there. Okay, he can go here, but it very often transposes into the King's Indian. Okay, he plays g6 and we've got a King's Indian here. And it's gonna be here. Against King's Indian, I play plans with g3, so okay, castling and bishop f5. You see, I have never seen such an idea, bishop f5, but I think I cannot. I will just make a castle here. No one ever played me in all my life bishop f5 right now. No castling. This is weird. And how is he going to react of something? Okay, I will go there first. So I control that square. I mean, knight h4 makes sense if pawn at b7 is hanging. If he goes c6, maybe I will go, okay, he goes c5. Very weird way of playing. He's combining a couple different ideas. And if I go there, what happens? Because this is hanging and this is hanging. If he takes here, I will just take back with queen. Okay, let's go there. Yeah, I mean, Old Indian, it's something like a King's Indian, just with the bishop at e7. The ideas are pretty similar. Okay, and if I'm not wrong, I can win this pawn. Or maybe I'm blind. But of course, it's not as good as King's Indian. Okay, I will retreat. Queen takes, of course. There is no discovered, I mean, and he can make a discovered attack, but it's not as strong. I mean, after this move, it's actually queen captures g4, so it's actually really, really bad. Okay, a6. What should I do right now? I even didn't see that pawn at a7 is hanging. So what can I do at the moment? I think I can just play simple b3 and bishop b2. Okay, if I go b3, is there any tactics? I don't think so. Knight e4 doesn't work because I take here. Yeah, let's just play b3, then bishop b2. I just want to finish my development. And I don't see, at least so far, I don't see any counterplay in the opponent's position. Maybe even, no, okay, that pawn is hanging. So rook e1 or e3. Maybe e3 looks nice. After e3, knight goes to e4. Yeah, that can be pretty annoying because I cannot protect my knight that easily. Okay, so you know what? I will just retreat. No, I don't want to keep my queen under the tactical motive, so this is a very safe move. I want to prepare this move, but I would like to play knight d5, because as you can see, it gives me an opportunity to exchange a couple pieces. And of course, I would love to exchange, I'm up. Or maybe before I do that, I will just bring my knight into a better place. I don't mind to exchange. So I take here. Hello, Carbon Chain. No, no GM plans. Now I'm just more focusing on coaching. So when you're a coach, it's not so easy to make a progress. So okay, so what can I do? I can move my knight to this place, or I can move my knight to e5 and get this knight. But maybe there is no need for me to do that, to exchange. I mean, I can exchange it. But it opens F file, so yeah, so I will just move my knight into a good place. Okay, and later I want to bring I said coach. Okay, if knight goes to c5, is there any threat? No threat. I mean, this is not a real threat. Okay, so I have to bring more pieces into the action, but what can I do? Rook d1? Maybe another rook goes there. Maybe queen can go back, and I will try to, you know, enter to c6. Okay, and now if I enter to c6, what happens? Opponent has got a weak pawn. Yeah, but the truth is that yeah, I cannot immediately take advantage of this. Yeah, bishop c6 loses, I think, because of queen c7. No, I think that knight c6 doesn't make any sense, so I will just go to f3. And you can see that there is a weakness in the opponent's position, and I will try to focus on that weakness. So maybe, should I double rooks? Rook d5? Or what? No, rook d5, bishop e6. So maybe I go here. Okay, let's block opponent's attack. Also now I have got an opportunity even to go to this place and create some problems to this pawn. Okay. So what to do right now? Knight h2. Because it's gonna be very hard for me to triple my major pieces on this pawn. So maybe I can move my knight to e4 would be nice square for the knight. I can also make this kind of maneuver, but what's the point of this? Okay, I will go there. I will try to exchange it. It opens also my bishop. Okay, he wants to exchange. Is it a problem for me? I don't think so. I know that queen is coming, but I think I'm pretty safe. In the worst case, I will just retreat. And now I have got a chance to double rooks on the d file. Okay, you know what? I will keep it simple. Let's exchange queens. You're up, you should exchange, so I will follow principle. Trying to go there. and I want to bring my knight into a better place. Opponent offers me a draw. Maybe he's not aware that he's down a pawn. Okay, a4. And now question, what should I do? Okay, you know what, I will just protect it. I'm gonna protect this pawn even more. Rook goes here, of course I see the threat, but I can go there. Yeah, carbon chain, you know, it's okay, I don't know, it's very hard to answer. I know that there was even one case that someone who learned to play chess in the age of 21 became a grandmaster, so it's really, there is no rule, I think, right? But usually I think best players are starting, like, you know, like not older than 10. Okay, but I have to focus here. So what should I do? I'm attacking the pawn, but what can I do? How can I push it forward? I would like to activate my king, but how? Don't want to go there because of this move. Okay, so I will go this direction. And I think that I have to play slightly faster. Okay, he goes here. Okay, c3 is the only square for me. Yeah, that's true, Anna. Okay. So what happens? Okay, let's give him a check. Hopefully it's not a blunder. Let's try to... Should I move it there or not? Okay, I protect it. I control A file. I want to move my king closer. Okay, I just go here. Sodom, I just accept challenges from subscribers. But today this is my last game, I think. Okay, take a look. What a funny thing. Okay, I thought that maybe I can checkmate him. But okay. Okay, I will give him a check. Maybe he will go back to d4. No. Okay, and what can I do at this moment? Or, you see, maybe my even better was to just move my king towards this direction. Okay. Okay, I will just go back. I wanna spare my rook and I wanna move my king to c3. I think that c3 is a good place for my king. No, it's still, you know, this is rook endgame. Still a lot of things can happen. I don't expect that he will resign in such a position. I have to find a way how to win this. And you see now my rook is more active. I can just push it. Okay, maybe e3 is a good idea because it stops any e3 counterplay. Yeah, maybe, you know, I will go there and I will try to exchange one pair of rooks. Because if I can exchange rooks, it's gonna be easy for me to play b4. And if I can play b4, I can start advancing my pawn. Okay. Check. Okay, so my opponent doesn't want to exchange pieces. Okay. Okay, let's go here. Let's play b4. Okay, honestly, I thought that this game is gonna be easier because opponent started in a very weird way, but right now, you see, it's not so clear. I mean, of course, this is still, it has to be win for me, but okay, so what should I do? b5 or not? Maybe check first. Yes, it is. Okay. He goes g5, trying to counterplay. Ah, he wants to get this pawn. Okay, I'm protecting that indirectly. Because if he goes king f3, I can take. Okay, and now he wants to exchange. Okay, but now, of course, I also want to exchange. And I will go c5. c5 or b5. Let's go here. And I protect everything. And my king enters. Okay, I hope that this is over. Okay, and the opponent still offers me a draw. Okay, if I go here, takes, I take a d6. Okay, should be enough for a win. I take with this pawn because I don't want him to have this pass pawn. I mean, after e3 I take. King takes, I play c6. Okay, what happens here? Yeah, rook c2 maybe it wasn't the brightest move, because now if I go there, he capture with a check, but then king f7. Okay, and finally I'm gonna promote. Definitely it took me too long. Okay, I think I can check him right now. In the next move, I'm just gonna capture pawn at the h2. Okay, and now my opponent still continues playing. Maybe he wants to check. Do I know how to checkmate with a queen or with the rook? Okay. What is going on? Okay, and now I'm just going to, you know, make the rolling queen and rook. Okay, finally my opponent resigned. Okay, finally it took him a while to resign, but okay. Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, anyhow, so today I think I played a couple nice games. Hope you enjoyed this. So what can I say? Thank you very much for watching. Now we are just going to make a ride to Ginger GM, so please say hi to him. Next stream is gonna be on Monday. Next week I'm just going to stream on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm gonna update it in the afternoon. Yeah, and I will play more rapid games. So what can I say? Thank you very much for watching and hope to see you next week. Bye.